INFJs are often described as old souls, deeply introspective, and highly attuned to the unseen layers of life. But when an INFJ goes through a spiritual awakening, their already intense inner world transforms into something even more profound. It's as if the veil between the seen and unseen is lifted, and their connection to themselves, others, and the universe takes on an entirely new dimension. In today's video, we're diving into 6 powerful signs that an INFJ is going through a spiritual awakening. From shifts in perspective to changes in their relationships, these signs reveal how an INFJ's spiritual transformation can alter every corner of their life. Let's get started. 1. Their intuition becomes sharper than ever. INFJs are naturally intuitive, often sensing things others overlook. But during a spiritual awakening, this intuition becomes crystal clear. It's no longer just a vague sense of knowing, it's sharp, vivid, and undeniable. They might start having sudden flashes of insight, knowing things before they happen, or feeling an unshakable certainty about decisions they need to make. It's as if their inner voice has gone from a soft whisper to a loud, clear guide. This heightened intuition doesn't just apply to their own lives, it extends to the people around them. They might sense someone's emotional state without speaking, anticipate someone's needs before they're expressed, or even feel connected to a larger collective energy. But with this sharper intuition also comes a responsibility to trust it. Spiritual awakening often challenges INFJs to stop doubting themselves and start listening to the wisdom their inner voice is offering. When their intuition feels like a guiding force, rather than just a fleeting feeling, it's a clear sign they're experiencing a profound spiritual shift. 2. They feel a deep desire for solitude and reflection. INFJs are already introspective individuals, but during a spiritual awakening, their need for solitude becomes even more pronounced. They are drawn to quiet spaces, reflective moments, and long stretches of time alone where they can process their thoughts, emotions, and newfound insights. This isn't about avoiding people, it's about creating the space necessary to hear their inner voice and connect with something greater than themselves. In these moments of solitude, INFJs often experience their most profound realizations and moments of clarity. They might find themselves journaling more, meditating regularly, or spending time in nature. These activities allow them to tune out the external noise and fully immerse themselves in their inner transformation. However, this phase of solitude can sometimes be misunderstood by others. Friends and family might think the INFJ is withdrawing or isolating themselves, but in reality, they're undergoing a deep spiritual recalibration. If an INFJ feels an almost magnetic pull towards stillness, quiet, and self-reflection, it's a powerful sign that a spiritual awakening is underway. 3. They start questioning everything during a spiritual awakening. An INFJ's natural curiosity and need for deeper meaning go into overdrive. They start questioning everything: their beliefs, their purpose, their relationships, and even the systems and structures of society. Things they once accepted without much thought might suddenly feel misaligned or hollow. They might begin to wonder if they're on the right path, if their values are truly being honored, and if the life they're living reflects their deepest truths. This questioning isn't surface level, it's existential. INFJs might dive into philosophy, spirituality, religion, or ancient wisdom in search of answers. They become seekers, searching for clarity and understanding in places they've never looked before. But this phase isn't always comfortable. It can feel disorienting, even lonely, as old beliefs crumble and new perspectives begin to form. INFJs might feel like they're walking through a fog, unsure of where they'll emerge on the other side. Yet this process is essential for growth. It's through this deep questioning that INFJs start to align their lives with their true purpose and soul's calling. 4. They experience emotional intensity and release. INFJs are no strangers to intense emotions, but during a spiritual awakening, these emotions can feel even more amplified. They might find themselves experiencing waves of joy, sadness, anger, or gratitude with an intensity they've never felt before. This emotional roller coaster isn't random, it's part of the cleansing process. Old wounds, buried traumas, and repressed feelings often rise to the surface during a spiritual awakening, demanding to be acknowledged and released. INFJs might suddenly feel the need to cry without knowing why, or they might feel an overwhelming sense of peace wash over them out of nowhere. These emotional surges are their soul's way of clearing out stagnant energy and making space for new growth. They might also become more sensitive to the emotions of others, feeling overwhelmed in crowded spaces or emotionally drained after intense conversations. But rather than running from these emotions, an awakened INFJ learns to sit with them, to honor them, and to let them flow through without resistance. Emotional intensity and release are powerful indicators that an INFJ is going through a deep spiritual transformation. 5. Their relationships begin to shift. One of the most noticeable signs of an INFJ's spiritual awakening is the way their relationships start to change. As their perspective evolves and their energy shifts, they might find that certain connections no longer align with their growth. Relationships built on shallow foundations or transactional dynamics may start to feel draining or unfulfilling. INFJs might naturally distance themselves from people who don't respect their boundaries, share their values, or understand their transformation. At the same time, they might start attracting new people into their lives, individuals who resonate with their evolving energy and share their deeper perspective on life. These connections often feel soulful, almost like meeting someone they were destined to know. This shift can be both liberating and painful. INFJs are deeply loyal, and letting go of old relationships can feel like a loss. But they also understand that this process is necessary for their spiritual growth. The people who remain in an INFJ's life during their awakening are often those who support their journey without judgment, offering love and understanding as they evolve into their most authentic selves. 6. They feel an overwhelming sense of purpose and connection. Perhaps the most profound sign of an INFJ's spiritual awakening is the deep, unshakable sense of purpose and connection they begin to feel. It's as if they have tapped into something much larger than themselves, a universal energy, a higher calling, or a divine purpose. This sense of purpose isn't necessarily tied to a specific career or goal. It's more of an inner knowing. INFJs begin to feel guided by something beyond their logical mind, and they trust this guidance even when it doesn't make sense to others. They might feel called to help others, create something meaningful, or simply be a light in the lives of those around them. Every action feels more intentional, every moment more sacred. Additionally, they may feel a deeper connection to nature, to animals, or to the collective human experience. This connection transcends words. It's felt in their heart, in their bones, and in the quiet moments of stillness. When an INFJ reaches this point in their awakening, they're no longer driven by fear, societal expectations, or external pressures. They're guided by purpose, clarity, and an unshakable connection to their soul's path. A spiritual awakening isn't an easy journey. It's raw, intense, and deeply transformative. But for an INFJ, it's also one of the most rewarding experiences they can go through. It brings clarity, purpose, and a connection to something far greater than themselves. If you recognize these signs in yourself or someone you know this: you are not alone. This journey is sacred, and every step you take brings you closer to your most authentic self. If this video resonated with you, don't forget to like, comment, and subscribe for more insights into the INFJ personality. Share your thoughts below. Are you going through a spiritual awakening? Which sign spoke to you the most? Remember, your awakening is a gift, a doorway to a life filled with depth, purpose, and meaning. Keep walking your path, and thank you for watching.